socialist system.
Mhm. So, what do you think? Again, let's go back to something. What do you think will be the ramifications of China signing the largest free trade agreement in the world, also pushing the Belt and Road Initiative,
Mhm.
also internationalizing and liberalizing the yuan, and pushing nations to accept her currency instead of the dollars? What do you think the ramifications is that will be for the U.S. dollar and the U.S. economy?
No, it's ramifications are going to be unpleasant. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, China's our biggest trading partner too. You
Hmm.
know, I mean, you go to Walmart if you don't believe me, but
Yeah.
it's you know, we don't need to make an enemy out of them, but we're doing it. Like you say, we've got them encircled with military bases. We're putting all these ships in the South China Sea. Uh, what would we do if the Chinese Navy steamed into the Gulf of Mexico? Okay, you think about that. You know, how would that work out? Yeah, and then but you have these touch points too that I think the government is using right now to try to keep Americans from understanding all of what's going on. And one of them is Hong Kong, with the idea that these are all the freedom fighters are being uh, trampled by the Communist Party of China, and they're not going to be able to get democracy in Hong Kong. Well, if you're a freedom fighter, your objective is not to return to the colonial days. I mean, they were carrying British flags and American flags in those demonstrations. They wanted to bring back. I mean, those were paid for, all of that.
Hmm.
You know, and then you've got the situation over in the Uyghur area in China. Uh, in fact, the State Department just delisted the East Turkmenistan,
Hmm.
whatever it is, jihadi group, and said, "Oh, they're not terrorists anymore." Yeah, they're still terrorists, but they're working for us, and that's where we get, yeah, that's where we get all this. It's this human rights thing that we're getting to keep us from understanding what's going on with China. We hear all about Chinese human rights. Oh, they've got the Uyghurs in concentration camps. Oh, and the freedom fighters in Hong Kong, and they're interfering in Taiwan, so we have to build up Taiwan's military. There is a foolish idea, you know, but this it's all sort of a distraction from, hey, they're outpacing us.
Hmm.
I mean, China has eliminated extreme poverty.
Yes, they have.
They have. We haven't.
Bringing 400 million people out of poverty.
They're out of poverty. You're right. And they are also leading in a lot of the environmental things. I mean, China is producing more electric cars and selling more electric cars than anywhere else in the world. They're transforming their energy, into renewables. That was things that we're not doing. Um, it's in every possible way they are outpacing us, and
Hmm.
and it's because it's planned.
Hmm.
It's because the government sits down and they plan what we want to have 5 years from now, or what we want to have 10 years from now, and they say, well, how do we get there? Well, we want to have the electronics market. Well, we need to start building chips,
Hmm.
computer chips. All right, well, let's do that, because we don't do that over here. We have the other way around. The corporations
Hmm.
tell the government what to do, and the government doesn't tell the corporations what to do.